Hey, pick 'em pie, big gun Brian Petrie, giving out the lot. One is mortal, you know it won't miss. Gonna take a shot, dog lot, that's the underdog. Yeah, they in the hunt, send them home, that's KO or submission. Yeah, somebody done. Slimeball, yeah, that's the parlay. We gon' make it known. Pick 'em pie from MMA takes, yeah, let's get it going.
Ooh, get him, big dog. What's up, baby? What's up with the MMA Takes podcast, the UFC ATL, better known as Usman Buckley. But, there's some cities that, Usman Buckley's a great fight, but there's some cities they just want to go, UFC ATL, baby. What's good? What's up? Sorry, apologies off the top for not doing a podcast last week. I did give out my picks. We got our shits kicked in. What were my picks overall? 9-4 overall. But we went 1-3 on my locks. Slimeball went to trash, and I lost to Mitchell Zucker. So speaking of that, I had Mitch Zucker, one of the young dogs I got, right. Kid's good. Kid can pick a fight, right? Kid's a winner, and we were gonna go. He mapped out his whole Thursday, ready to do it. Did a lot of research. Sent me a picture of his, ready to go, wartime, and then I was on vacation. Lovely vacation with my family. Absolutely gorgeous. And the day Mitch and I were going to do it on a Wednesday, I thought was free. I was there to visit my grandmother. She's really the only family I got left. And she's coming off hip surgery and she's walking really well. It was really good seeing her. But my grandmother has a twin sister who also had, this is crazy. They're identical twin sisters. And they both had hip surgery the same day, right? The only difference is my Aunt Joan, my grandmother's sister, now has to live at like assisted living and needs a wheelchair and stuff. But her kids, she's got a bunch of kids, which are like kind of my cousins, I guess, but I really look them as uncles. Anyway, one of the uncles' cousins was in town and they were getting a late dinner, and I had a really good day with my kids, and I don't want to be like, oh, sorry, I haven't seen you in 25 years. I got to go do a podcast. Like, as much as I take this super seriously and I love doing this, I'm like, I really want to be with family, especially after the year I had with, my mother passing in January, which is something that I'm still working through, as you can imagine. And so I just I didn't really want to do that because it was so close to when we were going to record and yada, yada, yada. And I just ultimately was like, you know what? Got to put family first, and Mitch Zucker. So that's a big apology to Mitchell Zucker. Big apology to the audience or whatever. I did submit my picks. Mitch submitted his picks as well. We still did a competition. He beat the brakes off me. He destroyed me. He hit two big dogs. He didn't give his locks out, so I didn't count my locks to that. But I went 1-3 anyway, so it wouldn't matter. He bit a bite in that big dog's ass. Right, he got me good. But yeah, we'll have him back on. Obviously, I mean, listen, this is one vacation a year that I take, like actually leaving and going to the beach and trying to turn everything off. When I went to the beach and I went to the pool, I kept my phone up in the condo. I filmed that video. If you go to my Instagram, Brian Petrie MMA, I did with the Ray-Ban glasses. I did the video of the walkthrough for our condo. But besides that, I didn't do too much. I just really wanted to kind of disconnect and just be with the family, be with the kids, man. And my oldest now is really loving the ocean. And, 2 years ago, she wouldn't even step foot in it. Last year, she's getting her feet in it. Now she's out there fighting waves with me, which is what I love. I love a rough ocean that just tosses you, that just crushes you. I fight the waves. You know what I mean? The fucking wave comes in, I lower my shoulder. It's a fight for me. I'm sore afterwards. And my little Winnie, who's about to be 8 this Saturday, 8 years old Saturday, she was out there with me, and then obviously having fun in the pool and whatever. And it was just a really good time. And Wilmington's one of the best cities ever. People DM me, said, hey, I'm from Wilmington. I didn't get back to you. I apologize. But, I really appreciate those comments about you guys. You're like, hey, any local spots you want to go, let me know. I've been going there since I was 15. And then now I'm remembering my family there, and then got a little emotional. I'm gonna tell you this. Fuck it, right? House cleaning at the top. There was this place, I can never remember what it was called, but it was like a little. When I went, it was like a little burger shack, and they had seafood. They had everything. It was right on the water, right? Not the ocean. It was, I believe, the intercoastal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I couldn't remember what it was. My family, my wife, and my family have been going there for, I think 6 or 7 years now, and I couldn't remember what it was. And I finally remember. It's called the Provision Company in Southport, which is about an hour away from Wrightsville Beach. We used to take the ferry over, and it was me, my grandpa, my mom, stepdad, and grandma. And we got some great photos there. We went there every year when we used to visit. And getting to take my kids there now that my grandpa's gone, now that my mom's gone, my stepfather wasn't with us, my grandmother wasn't with us in this time, but getting to take my kids there, you know, I bought merch, bought everyone merch because I want to remember it. But that was pretty cool for me. And Southport's gorgeous. You know, there's a really cool little corner store with some fucking dope old school candy, which I love. That's the shit that gets me. You show me some bubble gum that I've never seen before. You know, that's my favorite kind of candy is some bubble gum. You show me some bubble gum I haven't seen before, you know, I'm gonna buy it, right? And then there was Spike's Dairy Bar, I believe what it's called, right up the street, which was fucking phenomenal. I got a Hawaiian ice because I'm not a big ice cream guy. Unreal. Just an amazing, amazing time. And it was really good to be with the wife and with the kids. Just us, and then obviously seeing my grandmother and my cousins / uncles for that one night. But it was good. It was really good. It was really what I needed to clear my head. But we got some busy times coming up. UFC's ramping up. I got that thing that I've been teasing. I just been fucking teasing you with it. I got that kind of coming up. Hopefully soon. A couple podcasts ago, I mentioned it was two brothers that were kind of spearheading this. And someone literally, I don't know if it was a DM or if it was a tweet. It might have been a tweet. They're like, the Paul brothers. Got it. And I don't know if they're being serious. It's not the Paul brothers. These brothers are way cooler than the Paul brothers. Please do not say it's the Tate brothers because it is not Andrew Tate and his brother. It's two brothers that love MMA that are going to add something to the game that I think is going to be really awesome for fans, not just hardcore fans. It's going to turn casuals, that horrible C word. You hit an MMA fan with a fucking C word, you fucking casual, right? Hit him with that. This thing that's coming out is going to make casuals hardcores, right? And I can't wait. Like I said, I'm giving away shit. You guys don't believe me? Look at this. Look what I got here. I'm knocking shit over. I wasn't prepared to do this. But look, I get hit up all the time. Brian, how do you start a podcast? With one of these. This is a Wave XLR. I tested it. I liked it. I went back to my old system. Brand spanking new. It's like $150, $200, depending when you get it. I'm giving this away for when we do signups. This is going to be one of the items that I'll be giving away. Another thing I'll be giving away, if I can find it, right here we go. This is a Stream Deck XL or Stream Deck Plus touchscreen Stream Deck. This is the latest Stream Deck. Again, 150 something bucks, whatever. Brand new, tested it. Really wasn't really for me. But if you are a streamer, if you are a content creator, want to be in the content creating business, this is what you need to get started. These connect together. They work seamlessly. Elgato is a phenomenal product. I'm also going to probably give away the Meta Ray-Bans that you saw me wear. They're uncomfortable on my fat head. I'm doing it all, baby. Might give away one of these posters if you want to play the game right. You know what I mean? Maybe not the middle one, but these two out here, I can give it away. We're giving away everything. The reason I'm doing this is not because I'm a super fucking nice guy, right? Everyone knows BB's a nice guy. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm so excited about this product. I'm so excited about the potential, and I'm so excited for the people that watch me, that are fans of me, that engage with me. I'm so excited for them to be a part of this, and hopefully they get people to be a part of this, and so forth, and we grow this thing to make it just the biggest thing in the world, only because, not because everyone can make money, but because it needs it. Right? The sport of MMA needs something like this. I'm telling you, it's going to be phenomenal. I've been seeing more and more. They're still developing. I almost said we. I'm not doing anything, right? I'm just getting updates via the people that are actually doing the grunt work. I'm just here talking about it. All I am is a mouth right now. But I am invested in it because I'm invested into the two brothers who I believe in. I'm invested in the team they put behind this and the things that I have seen that aren't even finished products yet, but the things that I've seen that are going to come out are going to be awesome. So I'm willing to just fucking give away all my shit. You know what I mean? You want some of these little action figures up here? Maybe you're collecting them. You haven't found a Sugar. You haven't found a Moreno. I'll give you one of those. Doesn't matter. All you got to do is sign up. You know what I mean? That's what we're talking about. That's what we're doing. I'm getting cotton mouth. I'm so fucking excited about it. I can't wait to share with you guys. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. I get to really open the bag. Hopefully have the at least one of the brothers, if not both of the brothers, on to talk about it and then pick fights with me. Man, we got it. It's whew. Can't wait for you to boys see it. And I think if you have been rocking with me for a while, which most of you have, you know that I wouldn't be talking about this as much as I have been if it wasn't going to be awesome. I think you know me by now, right? I'm not necessarily not a negative person. I'm an honest person. And there's a lot of deals that have come and gone via, with me that were potential deals. And maybe I talked about them too soon. Maybe I didn't talk about them until after they were a no-go. This is something that I'm thoroughly excited and ecstatic that I'm a very small part of, and hopefully down the road be a big part of it. And everyone that watches me and sees me on the Nick Floyd, this show, whatever, follows me on all the socials. Unreal, right? Unreal. And I can't wait to share this experience with you guys. It's going to be fucking awesome. Again, I might have seemed like it was like maybe for me, like I'm getting hired somewhere. Not the case. It's for all MMA fans, right? And I said that fucking pesky C word. You're tired of being called a C word? Maybe this is for you to become a hardcore. You know what I mean? Become like your old boy BP, hardcore. All right, here we go. Let's get to some fights, huh? That's what you came here for. You came here for fights. I talked a little bit. I'm excited to see you. You know what I mean? We went 10, 11 minutes, almost 12 minutes off the top talking about no fights. People are like, BP, add timestamps, bro. I get it. I need to. But I'm an idiot. Oh, last thing before we pick the fights. Do you see the thumbnail that I did here? Everything besides me and then like my own little logos, that was created by AI, because I really struggle to create thumbnails. I've been a Canva member for years, and it's just, I'm not a great thumbnail creator. I know you got to create a thumbnail of a certain way to really, like to get your numbers up. It's better for the algorithm. So I literally typed in ChatGPT, make me a thumbnail that says Pick'ems Atlanta in a graffiti style that really pops and will be good for the YouTube algorithm. And that's what they created. It's a little small, doesn't fit the entire thing, but tell me what you think. Do you like that thumbnail? Or should old BP go back and start making his, me when I was 12 years old thumbnails that I did like a week or two ago? All right, let's get to the first fight. Vanessa, I can't say her fucking last name. Vanessa Demopoulos. Dude, why can't I say Demopoulos? That's got to be it. Demopoulos, right? Vanessa Demopoulos plus 440. Jamie Lynn Horth minus 600. So we got a chick fight. You know what I mean? And your boy knows chicks. Does he know chicks up to the point of minus 600? I think I do. Jamie Lynn Horth is a really talented up and coming fighter. I think she's a really good fighter that's starting to really round out into her own. She comes from a great camp there in Canada as well. They're really popping up there in Canada and with this camp, I should say. I mean, there's not a ton of Canadian fighters in the UFC right now, but that camp is really producing some good quality talent, and she's one of them. I like Jamie Lynn here. Minus 600 is a fucking steep price. We're getting pay-per-view prices here already off the rip on a fight night card, which is actually fucking sick. Atlanta, like my in-laws live in Atlanta, or my mother-in-law lives in Atlanta. Been to Atlanta 20 times since being married to my wife. And I went to UFC 236 right here. That was in Atlanta. Great arena. Was thinking about going, but I'm putting all my eggs in the Chicago basket. So, not going to go. But this is a great fight night card. I'm going to go Jamie Lynn Horth. I'm going to go decision. Props aren't available yet. I don't believe on DraftKings Sportsbook here on this beautiful Wednesday. The over-under is set. Over 2.5 is minus 395. Yeah, I mean, Vanessa is durable. She usually goes to a decision. I kind of like a decision win here. Jamie Lynn is, minus 600. Is she going to look at minus 600? I don't know. She might dominate the fight, but I like the over at minus 395 if you want to cut that 600 cost. But yeah, I mean, I know chicks, but I don't know if I know this one. Your boy knows chicks. I don't know this one. All right, next up, we got Ange Lusa, minus 135 versus Phil Rowe, plus 114. So Phil Rowe is probably the most arrogant fighter that really doesn't have like the chops in the UFC to be all yeah, he made it, and yeah, he could beat a lot of the majority of the people in the world's asses, right? But I mean, the guy's on a 2-fight losing streak. Before that, it was a 3-fight win streak. But he beat Aran Kosi, not longer in the UFC. Jason Witt, no longer in the UFC. Nico Price, decent win. Not sure if it's in the UFC or not. All by knockout. Then Neil Magny split decision loss where he looked listless. And then Jake Matthews got him by decision where he just wasn't throwing anything. Now you get Ange Lusa, big, thick body boy, coming off a Gabriel Bonfim loss and then a no contest over Brian Battle. The Brian Battle one, that's when they were, it was an eye poke. He could have continued. Then they almost tried to fight after. I think he was kind of losing the fight anyway. But the point being, Ange Lusa is a dude that just doesn't get out of there. He just doesn't go away. Phil Rowe, again, arrogance, I think, is his biggest, flaw right now, because he had 3 nice KOs in a row over low-level competition, and then I just feel like something happened where either things aren't changing or he's not doing what he needs to do because he's looked really flat his last 2 fights. Cardio's been an issue in the past for him. Don't know if it's going to be an issue here. He's a long-rangey guy. Listen, I like Lucy here at -135. The Green Hammer. This is the Green Hammer play. I actually, when I made this, they wasn't. So the Green Hammers. Oh, it's an ugly number. I apologize. So when I made these, when I did all these picks late last night, no props were out, right? So I just was like, listen, I'm gonna give him the Green Hammer. I'm gonna give him the slime, and then I'll come back and think about the numbers or whatever. Sorry, something my teeth just shot out. I'm a big flosser. I have. I'm not gonna get into it. I just stick to the fights, Brian. Jesus Christ, focus. Stick to the fights. Give me Ange Lusa. Give me the over for the Green Hammer. The over is -280. I don't think either of these guys are going anywhere. I think this is going to be kind of a slow-paced fight where one guy lands 70 strikes, the other guy lands like 40. Both probably going to think they're going to win. There's going to be maybe some tense moments, but ultimately I think Ange Lusa is going to win. It's a low number. Give me Ange Lusa. Give me the over. Give me him by decision. I'll take all 3. Don't give a fuck. All right, Ricky Simone, -500. This is a line on Bet Rivers. Wrestling lines I got on DraftKings. This fight came together last minute. Bet Rivers was the first one I saw that came up. So -500 Ricky Simone, +350 Cameron Smotherman. I like Smotherman. I thought he was a good prospect coming into the UFC. I had him big on Surrey City. Competitive fight. It didn't seem like he started to fight till around 3. Can't do that. His biggest problem outside the UFC has been wrestling. Guys taking him down. He seems to kind of fix that a little bit. How many times he get taken down? City got him down a few times. What was the exact number when City got him down? City got him down 6 times. And that's a guy who's a tall, lanky wrestler or tall, lanky striker that got him to sit down 6 times. Ricky Simone had a little bit of a hiccup in his career, and now he's starting to come back badder than ever, right? He's fought everyone who's coming off a big knockout win. I like Ricky Simone here. The line's only going to climb. I know it's -500. I've supported Cameron Smotherman since he came to the UFC because I think the kid's really good. His boxing's really good. Simone has been known to be chinny a little bit. Smotherman has been knocked out himself. I don't think either of these guys have an iron chin. What I think separates them is the fact that Ricky Simone is a cardio machine. He's been training for this fight. Smotherman coming on short notice. And Simone's got that X Factor wrestling, which I think is really, really good. Really, really good grappling out of Simone. I like Ricky Simone here, but again, that number is going to jump up. I wouldn't be surprised if he closes -700. You know what I mean? Maybe higher. Not really sure. But again, that's the opening line I got right now on Bet Rivers, and I think it will go up. But give me Simone. Jose Ochoa, -185 versus Cody? I always say Corey with him. Cody Durden, +154. Cody Durden, Atlanta's own. This guy's fighting hometown. Not really sure if he's born in Atlanta or Georgia, but that's what he reps, right? Diego Lima's his head coach. Diego Lima, who I believe won the Ultimate Fighter like 4 fucking times. Every time the guy stepped on the show, he made the finals and then did nothing in the UFC. He's a good coach, though. Him and his brother have a really good gym down there. It was American Top Team affiliate for a while. Not sure if it still is. Probably still is, though. And I think Cody Durden is getting overlooked here. I think Jose Ochoa lost his debut against Loner Kavanaugh. Loner, if I'm pronouncing his name right. Probably am. But he's a striker. He's a guy that's filthy on the feet. He does have good striking. Cody Durden typically is striking. His hands are getting better, but his defense is terrible. He has been put out before, but his wrestling is the X factor. He can wrestle his ass off. hometown crowd. Cody Durden likes his back against the wall. I can see it being a hairy first round for Cody Durden where he gets tagged up a little bit, gets pieced up a little bit. Don't see him quitting, though. See him coming back, getting some takedowns, working the submission game, possibly getting submission. I'm going to have sub possibly highlight it, but decision win is what I'm going to go with right now. I like Cody Durden as an underdog.
Hello? Okay, this is Dog.
Okay, it's a dog. Dog locks. All my locks are going to be at the end of the show from now. I used to sprinkle them in and then people kind of missed it. That way, when I do a clip, if I remember to do a clip, I can clip it all at once, right? So instead of just piecing it together, that's not going to be my dog lock. I'll tell you that right now. That's not my dog lock. I just want to hear old Dog the Bounty Hunter say what he said. You know what I mean? But I like him as a dog here. Plus 154. That's a good, solid number for a guy who I think can grapple. And a guy who doesn't have a UFC win yet. And I know Ochoa, he's got some nasty striking. The guy's slick on his feet. And Cody, again, no defense, right? He's got no defense. But he has some grappling, so we'll see. And it's his hometown. You know, I feel like Cody's a guy that is going to want to perform for his ATL folk. Little water, little H2O, no podcast juice right now. All right, next up, Malcolm Wellmaker, minus 1,800. Golly. Where's Chris Mutino, plus 1,000. 10-1 on Mutino. Mutino's a guy that got lumped up by Sugar Sean O'Malley forever ago, but people forget that he also fought Guido Canetti and got knocked out round 1 and looked bad. And Guido at the time was like 40, right? No disrespect to Guido. You got a cool ass fucking name, Guido Canetti. I wish my name was Guido Canetti. But Mutino is known to be this tough dude because like Sean didn't really knock him out. The ref stepped in and saved him. But he got pieced up by Gennady and got cut. Everyone thought this dude came out Sean and never got another shot. No, he did. People are forgetting the Guido fight. He has now since won, I believe, 5 in a row outside the UFC. He said, I'm trying to prove that I'm more than the chin or whatever. Buddy, I think his chin's okay. His chin isn't Galvin Castlem chin, right? I think his toughness is there. But he's going against Malcolm Wellmaker. Listen, I don't want to go over my skis here. 1,800's nuts. You're not getting a bet for me. Not him by knockout. It's going to be minus 350 probably, right? The only way you can probably play that is if you go like round 1. Wellmaker's boxing's phenomenal. He quit his job. He's an ATL guy as well. He's a young kid. He's actually not that young. He's 31, but young in MMA years. He's hungry. And the guy's got power. And the rumors are, if you go to Reddit, you go to all these places, hopefully there's going to be a new place you can go soon. You go to all these things and you hear about what he does to his sparring partners. And listen, it's practice. We talking about practice, man. And it really depends on who you're sparring with. I mean, listen, I'm not going to throw anybody on the bus. It's not Chris Curtis. Everyone thinks, Chris Curtis. It's not. There's another fighter who fought in the UFC. Fought in Strikeforce. The days he would spar, he would basically, and this is a guy who was, I don't know if he was in the UFC yet, definitely in Strikeforce at this point. But he would handpick at the gym. It was a very small gym who he would spar with that day just to get his cardio rounds in. And then he would beat the brakes off him. And these people should not have been, I mean, we're talking amateurs, we're talking non-amateurs, we're talking very small guys. And they just said yes because they're not going to say no in a gym where it's very competitive. And also they're like, fuck, I get to go with this guy. This guy's, he's the best in the gym. So I hope it's not like that for Wellmaker, but that could be the case. We hear all these rumors. Oh, dude, he's dropping dudes left and right. Yeah, but who's he sparring, right? Typically, if you're sparring high level guys, who gets dropped usually doesn't get it out unless the guy who gets dropped says it. Like, oh yeah, that guy dropped me. Give me Wellmaker here. Long story short, Mutino, even the fights outside the UFC, which I watched yesterday, I think he's getting better. I just don't think he's that world class. I think Wellmaker is good to go out there and put the business to him. However, being this big of a favorite in your hometown, you can start eating your own home. You can start eating your own shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can start being like, damn, I am the man right now. 1,800 HCL. Like, I'm gonna fuck so many girls after this. Like, you can overlook things. You can get put in your place. This would be one. I don't know if it would be. Mine could be close to the biggest upset if he overlooks it. But I do think Malcolm Wellmaker is very talented. I think he'll get it done. Next up, Michael Chiesa, minus 345 versus Court McGee, plus 275. kind of like hate this fight in a weird way. Like it's just doesn't like they're both kind of boring fighters. You kind of want both of them to fight like extremely dangerous guys to see if they can neutralize them with, because they're kind of one-trick ponies. I think Court might have a little bit better of a stand-up. He's coming off a really nice performance, but he's getting older. Chiesa is strong as fuck, bro. Like everyone talks about how strong this dude is. The only person that didn't say he was strong was Sean Brady, who's a fucking next world beast. But I just think Chiesa with his grappling is going to neutralize Court. He's going to be able to get Court down. Court's cardio is phenomenal. His striking's very pushy, but he seems to have a little bit of heaviness behind it. Court's going to be the naturally bigger guy as well, but I just think Chiesa is going to be really flowy on top with his wrestling and smotherness and really look for chokes and submissions. I don't really think Court has fought that kind of style in a while. It's a big line on Chiesa, though. I wouldn't mind a look. I wouldn't mind a peek. Wouldn't mind a little boop, boop on Court McGee. But right now, sitting here Wednesday, June 11th, I'm going to go Michael Chiesa. Not overly confident in it. I would be confident it was like minus 150. I think that'd be a steal, but Vegas knows what they're doing, minus 345. Yeah, what are we going to do? All right, rebooking. How do you say his name? What is it? Rodolfo Bellato, minus 395. It's Petrie, plus 310. I'm going Bellato. I broke this fight down twice in 1 week. Don't think it's that good of a fight to go a third time. I have Bellato by KO. That's what I'm going with now. I did on the Annika Florian. I did on my show. Bellato by KO. They rebooked. I believe Bellato pulled out. He had herpes or something. I don't know. I mean, listen, herpes is it's whatever. Like a cold sore is technically herpes. You know, I mean, if you got herpes on your dick or you're fighting with your dick out, what are we doing here? But I think it probably was a cold sore. Don't really know. But they rebooked it. I like Bellato by knockout. I doubt that's up. I do think they did. No, it's not up yet. By KO, it's not up yet. It's going to be a low number. It's going to be like minus 195 or something like that. Probably either way. That's the slime ball as well. First leg of the slime ball is Bellato by KO. I got to get you that number. It's not going to be great. I need a win. Not going to be great, but we'll get you that number. All right, next up, Omar C. minus 700 versus Alonzo Menefield plus 500. So Alonzo Menefield and I, we don't know each other. You know, we have very similar body types, just a couple jack dudes. So we have this mutual respect for one another, you know. I call him Zoe, you know what I mean? Zoe and I don't know why I'm doing this bit. The number's absurd. You know, if you're watching Nick and Florian, I picked Alonzo Menefield. I'm gonna stick to that pick here. Yeah, I think the number's absurd. I think Omar C is a great up-and-coming talent, but I don't think he's perfect. I think Menefield looked the picture I saw of him yesterday. He was like leaving his house to go to the fights. He looked pretty lean. He's jacked, right? But he looked lean, looked in shape. He's back in Texas now. And, you know, he looked pretty good his last time out with his takedown offense. And I think that's what C's going to have to do to take him down. I mean, he could stand with him. I mean, Menefield's been caught on the feet, but Menefield's got some dog in him. He's been in the UFC for quite some time. C is super green. You're giving me 700 on a green fighter. I'm not going to take the bait, Vegas. I'm not going to take it. It's plus 500 for Zoe Menefield. Yeah, give me Zoe here. And is there other okay, so they do have some lines here. So the over 1.5 is minus 160. So the over is the favorite. Alonzo Menefield plus 3.5 is also plus 225. Might go ahead and take that as well. And then Menefield by KO is 11-1. Yeah, bro. Him by decision is 12-1. There's a lot of options that tickle the old dick there, babe. There's a lot of options that's fucking getting this table. That's a lot of money right there if Zoe wins. But man, woo! Speaking of dicks hitting the table, my best friend, my buddy, my really good friend, watched my dog when I was on the beach. And I'm a good gift giver, but he was like, dude, you don't worry about it. He works from home. His mom lives with him, and they love watching it. I got a golden doodle. It is easy, but I was like, I'm gonna get you a gift anyway. And I got him a koozie, right? It says Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, and then we got these attached to it. He's a beer drinker and he's a tip man. Look at these things. I bought this in front of my kids. They're like, what's that about? I'm like, nothing. Don't worry about it. So I have yet to give it to him, but yeah, You're welcome, Austin. All right, next up, you got Mansour Abdul Malik, minus 800 versus Cody Brundage, plus 550. I mean, I'm a huge Malik fan. I know C's green, Malik's green, but Malik is with the right coach, I think, with Eric Nixick. I think that dude can bring anybody a world champion. I really think highly of his coaching skills, not to mention that gym there in Vegas is just surrounded by so many good fighters as well. Malik is an absolute freak of nature, size, everything, explosiveness. Cody Brundage, though, has got some wrestling chops, right? He does have wrestling chops, but he's also got that, if you look on his left shoulder, there's a big, big Q just fucking stamped in. And he's a bit of a quitter. He's quit on us before, boys. We've seen it, we've seen it. I don't want to get into why we've seen it, but we've seen it. So the quitter Q mark, the brand that he's got, I can't rock with him at 550 because he does have wrestling chops. He can go down, slow down Malik. Again, expose him. Whenever you're putting money on a minus 800, you're throwing him in a parlay. Typically, you're going to throw him in a parlay. You're always thinking, how can that minus 800 lose? That's how he can lose. He can get fraud checked and get taken down by Brundage, who's been in the UFC for quite some time, who has some good wrestling chops, working with a good camp, but he's got that brand on his shoulder, man. You know what I mean? So I think Malik's going to touch him a few times. It's going to be over. I think Brundage is going to make it a quick night, not going to be in there and get too much damage. So give me Malik, minus 800. Malik by knockout. Oh, hopefully that's up. I can't even imagine what it is. Take guesses right now. About to look at it. What's your guess? Mine is minus 250 for knockout. 350. God damn. Minus 350 for Malik by knockout. You might have to jump into the round one there. All right. Next up, Cody Garbrandt, Ohio. OH, baby. Plus 154 versus Hani Barcelos. Minus 185. Listen, Honey, 37 years old, about to be 38, is really looking good. He's in top form. He's grappling. He can wrestle. He came in the UFC with some really good wrestling chops for a Brazilian. Takedowns are phenomenal. Cody Garbrandt, last time we saw him, got taken down by a Brazilian in Davidson Figueiredo, and he got his back taken and got submitted pretty quickly. Before that, alpha male dudes, he's not an alpha male guy technically anymore. He's in Vegas. But before that, we've never really seen an alpha male guys hit the mat too much. They scramble so well, they get back to the top. He leaves alpha male. His takedown offense gets exposed. His ground game gets exposed, which we had never seen before. But Cody on the feet, I'm going to say very good. He's good. Fast hands. And he needs to believe in himself. And he's got some kicks too, but he needs to believe in himself. His movement and everything's good. I think what's plaguing Cody is some confidence issues. Obviously his chin is terrible. I mean, there's no way around it. His chin's fucking horrible. He gets caught one time. It could be night. And I think he doesn't believe fully in his cardio. Like in the Rob Font fight, he wrestled a lot and he took a lot of good shots from Font. But he didn't believe in his cardio. He didn't believe in himself. That's a fight that, could have been a little more competitive. I'm not going to say he could have won the fight, but if he believed in himself a little more. And you're going to hear me say this every fucking time Cody Garbrandt fights. Excuse me, I do. Yeah, little whatever. But down the back of my throat. Where is the Cody against Dominic Cruz? Where's that Cody? Where's the Cody who fucking round one against TJ? Goddammit. Give me that Cody, right? Where's he been at? I don't know. I mean, I'm not even going to go, I know he beat Trevin Jones. I know he beat, what's the guy? Short guy. Oh, he's WC guy. Yeah, he's like 100 years old. I think he's in Atlanta as well. Sun's out. Yes, I got it. Found it. So his last wins are Rafael Funthal, round 1, 2 KO. Did nothing round 1. This is after coming off 3 losses. TJ Pedro. Got the Sunsao win, did nothing round 1, landed a big shot at the bell in round 2. Then the Rob Font fight where, again, he landed 3 takedowns, only landed 63 strikes. Rob Font landed 176. 5-round fight. Don't feel like he believed in himself. And then Kai Kara France, he went to 125, which is a terrible idea. Got knocked out. Trevin Jones, he fought smart, wrestled, didn't engage. Brian Kelleher, he looked phenomenal in the Kelleher fight. He caught Kelleher quick, but Kelleher was coming off neck injuries and wasn't the same fighter. And then obviously the Debbie fight, the Davidson Figueiredo where he got taken down and choked out. We need confident Cody back. He had long hair. I think he cut it. There was a picture of him with cornrows in Vegas. He's training in Vegas, and he cut it. We just need confident Cody back because regardless how bad his takedown defense may be, his footwork is so good. And he's been in the game so long that he clearly knows how to wrestle a little bit. that his footwork, if it's on point, can really stifle some of the takedowns from Honey, because Honey's going to want to take him down, right? The logical pick here, the pick that I advise everyone to take, is probably Honey Barcelos. But I'm taking my guy, Cody Garbrandt. It's nostalgic. I'm believing in him, right? He's from Cleveland, Ohio, right? Cleveland's not even really Ohio. They might as well, that's like Pennsylvania, you know what I mean? All the Cleveland people are going to be very mad. But he's an Ohio guy, right? You know what I mean? And I like him. I met him briefly, what was it, Columbus, or was that Cleveland? I met him briefly, I can't remember. It was brief, it doesn't matter. But he seemed like a nice guy, right? Good looking guy, handsome boy, small, but good looking dude. I like Cody. I like him. Why? I don't know, but I like him at plus 154. And for all those fuckers out there, Kenny Florian picked him too. And Kenny's hot right now. So eat that. Next up, Andre Petrosky, plus 154 as well. Edmund Shabazian, minus 185. 35 minutes. We're good on time. Petrosky, I'm taking him. I just can't live in a world where Edmund Shabazian is a minus 185 favorite. I just feel like this guy, striking's good, but how good is his cardio? How good is his ground game? That's going to get tested against a guy like Petrosky. Petrosky, good wrestler, strong in there. Absolute no stand-up. Absolute no chin, right? I mean, Jacob Malkoun knocks you out, bro. Pack it in, you know what I mean? But I think he knows, Petrosky knows, this is striker versus grappler. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to avoid all the shit that Edmund's got. I'm going to really try to put him down. I think Edmund, still a young guy, still has good striking, but really needs to fix a lot of stuff in his game. Not really sure if he's working on it, because you look at the GM3 fight, he should have finished GM3. Couldn't, and then got finished himself. I think this fight could be similar. Maybe there's some dangerous moments for Petrosky in that first round. I put $1,000 on him on the Yannick and Florian. I'm picking him here as well. Yeah. And by the way, Cody was in my Slimeball Parlay. Was going to be Petrosky, but I like to spread the money out a little bit since I've already gave him out for $1,000 on the Yannick and Florian. And I'm telling you right now, I'm playing him heavy to get some money back. I need it. I figured let's mix some things up. I'll put someone else in the parlay, because the whole show I had on my little notes I take to keep track of all. I mean, I'm down so much money, it doesn't even matter at this point. But I'm literally, whenever time Kenny talked, I'm literally just looking at Cody Petrosky, going back and forth in my mind, like, who am I going to put 1,000 on? Who am I going to put 1,000 on? At the time, Petrosky was like plus 160. Cody was like plus 124. So money has come in on Petrosky and is coming on Barcelos. So, yeah, I went the more, the one that I'm going to get the bigger return on. Now it's Petrosky, but they're both the same number now. But give me Petrosky. Don't trust Edmund Shabazian. Don't trust him at all. Yeah, that's it. He was the towel boy for Ronda. You know what I mean? The fucking towel boy. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk shit about Edmund Shabazian. Shabazian, yeah, cool last name. All right, next up, Rose Namajunas, minus 258 versus Miranda Maverick, plus 210. So on paper, Miranda has the style to beat Rose. Rose just fought a grappler in Blanchfield and lost. Miranda has proven to be a pretty good grappler. She's also bigger than Blanchfield, maybe stronger. And she's proven to be able to take you down. Her stand-up is slow. Rose is not slow. Rose throws really good straight punches, commits to her shots, just doesn't throw a ton of volume. I really would like to see her get on her jab this fight. I like to see her throw a right hand. I like to see her kick the legs, try to avoid any takedown attempts. Rose is usually pretty good against the cage, where Miranda lands a lot of her takedowns. Miranda's not really shooting doubles in the middle of the octagon. If she does, she can get triangled, guillotine, something, because Rose is nasty off her back. Kenny picked Miranda. And then I was pretty confident in Rose. I'm going to stick with my gut and go Rose, right? Just because I'm having a terrible year against Kenny, I'm not going to let that beautiful bastard get in my head too much, right? He was pretty confident in Miranda. I'm pretty confident in Rose, right? Battle of the minds, huh? You got a guy who's never fought, right? Even though I did have a fight scheduled. And you got a guy who fought for the title 3 times. Okay? You be the judge of who you're going to side. I like Rose. I think her stand-up's better. 3 rounds scares me. 5 rounds, I'd be a lot more confident in Rose, but Miranda could win some of these early rounds if Rose isn't diligent. And I'm saying diligent on her takedown offense. Then it could get ugly, but I'm going Rose. All right, main event, Joaquin Buckley, minus 278 versus Kamaru Usman, plus 225. If you've been following me for a while, I feel like I've been saying that a lot today. Change something up. If you've been rocking with me, I've been saying that too. If you've been here for a while, MMA Takehead, you know I'm an Usman guy. I like Usman. Everyone was calling him Marty from Nebraska. Everyone's making fun of him, saying he's boring, he's cringy, all that. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I like the way the guy fought. I liked his mental. I liked the way he went in there and took care of business. He's the second greatest bantamweight, I think, of all time. I mean, come at me. Who's better? But we haven't seen him in a while. 3-fight losing streak. Got head kicked by Leon. Rematched Leon. Competitive fight. Lost majority decision. And then lost, I think, I don't know about cleanly to Chimaev, but if he would have fought like he did in the third round, he would have beat Chimaev, right? 3 in a row. Now he gets Buckley, a guy who is super confident, super active with his voice, like a guy who talks a lot of shit, but I like it kind of. I like his personality because he talks shit, but he backs it up in a way where he trains his fucking ass off, right? You can back it up in the cage because you have this unbelievable God-given gift. This dude does have that. He has some extreme power, and his physique is obviously, I'm assuming, God-given. I mean, I know he works for it, but there's a lot of people that work hard that don't fucking have a physique like him, unless he's on some of that grandpa cough medicine, which he hasn't tested positive. So what am I going to say? What am I going to think of? What am I going on about here? Let's wrap it up, Ryan. Your internal monologue is coming out verbally. So Buckley works his ass off, and he gets to talk that shit, right? He's been pretty respectful of Usman. He's just been kind of talking about the welterweight division, how Islam's not going to get a shot over him. I'm like, buddy, Islam will come up to 170 and do whatever he wants, bro. Like, do I agree with it? Maybe he's proven himself, but I don't know. But I like Usman as a person. I like him as a fighter. I backed him when everyone gave him shit. But the knees have been a problem for a while. There's rumors he has to walk backwards on steps or some shit like that. Been wrestling for so long. And if he goes in here and he really tries to wrestle Buckley, kind of want to see what that looks like. Buckley's back-to-back 3-round knockout finishes over some tough guys. The Wonderboy fight, was competitive, and then he just fucking slept them. And since Buckley's been at 170, undefeated, and has looked phenomenal. He's explosive. He's powerful. He's athletic. He's young. His grappling isn't as bad as people think. His offensive grappling is pretty good. His takedown fence has proven to be decent. But it's going to get tested here against Usman because Usman, even with the shot knees, the guy knows how to wrestle. He seems to be physically strong. They stare down today. Usman looked bigger than Buckley, just size-wise. So Usman at this number is tempting because I'm an Usman guy, but I do like Buckley. All week I've been thinking about this. How can I find Usman? How can I get that dog in Usman? Like the plus money on a guy that I've supported, that I liked. That's what I want to get. And I can't get there. I just can't get there. I think Buckley wins this cleanly. I think he can knock out Usman. I think Usman's slow. I think he's never been fast. But in the pocket, he leaves a lot of openings. Obviously, the head kick's there. Buckley's got a good head kick. And then in the exchanges where Buckley can counter really well, Usman kind of leaves himself out there. He's willing to put himself in the fire. He's willing to throw himself out there with a jab, but his head doesn't move all that well inside the pocket. He can get clipped early. His chin's decent. I mean, Gilbert Burns put him down, and obviously Leon knocked him out with a phenomenal head kick. But other than that, his chin's decent. He's going to maybe have to really show off a chin here because I just don't know how good his defense is. And I'm really curious to see how he can wrestle over 5 rounds. Maybe he just drowns Buckley and shows some levels to this. I just don't know if I see that happen. I'm going to go Buckley here, and he's my mortal lock. Oh, wait, I'm doing that at the end. Ignore that. He's my Slimeball Parlay. All right, so let's build this together while we're here. I'm going to have to get you another number because I do not have. First leg of the Slimeball Parlay is Bellato by knockout. You're probably looking at, let's just throw something in there that I think is going to be similar, right? Where are you at? All right, 258. So Rose Namajunas is 258. I think Bellato by knockout is going to be around there, right? So Bellato by knockout in there, Buckley in there, and my dog is Petrosky. You're looking at plus 379. So all the prior weeks, we've been like 800, 900. This one's coming back to rally a little bit at plus 379. That's obviously a give or take number because we actually don't know what the price will be on Bellato, which I'll update you. But that's the Slimeball Parlay. The Green Hammer is going to be over Phil Rowe and Angelusa, over 2.5, which is like minus 250. Just giving chalk today. Embarrassing. Here are my locks. We'll go.
Send them home early.
Send him home early, Johnny. Bellato, send him home. That's a no-brainer. I've been on that for weeks. Can't change now. God damn it.
It's a mortal lock and I'm gonna wheel him.
Mortal Lock and I'm a wheeler. Mortal Lock is going to be Joaquin Buckley, actually. All that stuff I talked about, Usman, I can't ignore this pit in my stomach that goes, I know you like Usman, but Buckley's time's now. Get over it, you fucking idiot. So I got to listen to that thing. So Buckley's my Mortal Lock. And then
Hello? Okay, this is Dog.
Dog Lock could be a lot. I have several dogs I like, but it's going to be Andre Petrosky. I think Petrosky, who I got $1,000 on the Annika Florian, I think he can get it done. I think he can look good as long as he fucking grapples, right? Cody Steele, $3,000, didn't grapple, got pieced up. Patchy Mix last week, $3,000, didn't grapple, got pieced up. Petrosky, all you are is a grappler, bro. Grapple, right? Please, God damn it, please. That's it. That's the show. I love you guys. I'll be back next week. Annika Florian is every Monday. Every Monday I'm on that motherfucker. Next week we'll be back. Maybe I'll add somebody. I know I usually wait for the pay-per-views. Maybe we'll throw someone on next week. I don't know. Maybe we'll get someone in here. Joe, Zuck, maybe Christian, maybe. We haven't seen Christian and Timo in a while. Wait, those motherfuckers back. Ooh, just throwing hands. All right, listen. I love you guys. Go subscribe to the fucking podcast. Go rate and review on Apple Podcasts, please. I'm at 86. I'm over 100 on Spotify. For some reason, that shit matters. So go rate on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, whatever. But I listen to my shows on Apple Podcasts. I know a lot of people are Spotify fans. But go rate and review. Hit that fucking subscribe button, baby. Comment. Follow me on Brian Peach MMA on all social media. God damn it, I love you guys. I'm out of here. And I will see you boys